Now, there are 4 assets that I think are amazing that are going to help you become rich and become wealthy because they're going to increase your cash flow. They're going to give you more time freedom. They're going to help you show up more powerfully in the world, and you're going to be able to live life on your terms. What's up, cash flow hackers? It's Chris with Life 180, and today we're going to be talking about the 4 assets that can make you rich. Now, before we get into that, let's talk about what does it even mean to be rich? Because if we're going to be chasing this ideal of wealth and being rich, as we want to say, we want to make sure that we understand exactly what we're going after. Now, I'm not talking about some kind of pie in the sky, becoming a millionaire, even though that's what everybody likes to talk about. I'm talking about getting to a place where you actually have real wealth, where you have time freedom, the ability to show up more powerfully in your life. And that does not come from, saving up a ton of money and waiting till some distant time off in the future where you have a pile of money, maybe $1 million, maybe $2 million, $3 million, whatever it is. Because what happens is if that's your goal, you're never going to be fully satisfied. You're never going to be able to show up powerfully in life and show up on your terms and live life on your terms if you're chasing those goals. Because what's going to happen when you take in economic environments and inflation and all these things that go into those equations of financial freedom, you're going to realize that when you get there, it's not going to do what you think it is going to do for you. Because if you have the ability to save $1 million, $2, $3 million, you know about the 4% rule. You understand that, $1 million is only going to get you $40,000 a year of income without really running a significant risk of running out of money. I don't know about you, but anybody that has the ability to save $1 million, in my estimation, $40,000 a year isn't going to get them very far, right? So that's the first thing. Thinking about the fact of accumulation is going to hold you back. So what we need to do is think about, what does being rich mean? And to me, being rich, being wealthy, simply means having financial freedom, having enough passive income to be able to show up month after month, year after year, and cover our annual expenses, our lifestyle costs, our travel, our mortgage, the food we put on the table, the car payments that we have, or just buying the assets that we want, whatever it is, right? That is wealth. Now, there are 4 assets that I think are amazing that are going to help you become rich and become wealthy because they're going to increase your cash flow. They're going to give you more time freedom. They're going to help you show up more powerfully in the world, and you're going to be able to live life on your terms. So the first asset that I love is a business, right? And I love this asset because out of all the assets that I'm talking about, it's the one that takes the most effort on your part. It's the one that takes the most grit, the most determination. But here's the bottom line. It's the one that takes the least amount to get started. All it takes is your grit and your determination. You can have a 9-to-5 job. You can work 40 hours a week. You can have a W-2 role with a company and still work a side hustle. Go out and grind and save up money and reinvest. The beautiful thing is if you're working and running a business on the side and you handle that business properly and you reinvest and reallocate all that money into the growth of your business or into cash flow assets, what you're going to find is if you're willing to grind and build that up, you can create income and you can create an asset that will actually end up helping you become wealthy. Yes, it's not going to happen immediately. This isn't going to be something that happens overnight for you through running a business, or I shouldn't say it won't, because it absolutely could. But for most people, let's be real. We got to set realistic expectations, right? We want to make sure that you understand you're going to be building this and it's a long-term game. You're building cash flow, you're building an asset, and it's going to be, this is going to be the only asset that I'm talking about where we're trading a lot of time for money and a lot of time to build a significant potential future. Now, the second asset that I'm talking about is actually affiliate marketing. Create a brand, add value to the world. You want to be an affiliate marketer? Go out there, try to serve people. Money follows value. And the best way to be an affiliate marketer is to, put yourself out there. I'm a big believer, if you've watched my content, if it's worth doing poorly until you're good at it, right? If you have questions about affiliate marketing ideas, what are different affiliate marketing programs that you could get involved with, I have a lot of them that I could plug you into. So comment in the comment section below if you have any questions at all about great affiliate marketing programs that you could share to make money. And we have some great things coming down the works that I could plug you into as well there. I think that you'd love potentially. So that's the second way to create wealth, is affiliate marketing. The third asset that's going to help you create wealth is actually whole life insurance. Now, the reason I love whole life insurance is because it's a self-completing plan. One of the reasons I love it is this statement alone is whole life insurance is the only financial product in the world that will make sure what you want to happen happens when you want it to happen, whether you're here to see it or not, right? Think about that. It's the only asset in the world that will make sure that what you want to happen will happen when you want it to happen, whether you're here to see it or not. That's powerful, right? Because when you buy whole life insurance and when you design it right, it becomes kind of a forced savings plan, like a savings plan on steroids, because now rather than saving money in a bank, you're saving money up and it's liquid and you have access, liquidity, use, and control of that money so you can go out and buy other cash flow investments when it's time. However, let's imagine your goal is to get involved in real estate, right? If your goal is to buy cash flow real estate properties, which I know is the goal for so many people, and I'm gonna just, spoiler alert, number 4 is cash flow real estate, and I'm gonna get there. But if that is your goal and that is the goal of so many people, the best way to get there is through whole life insurance. Why? Because you can save up. But here's the problem. If I'm saving for cash flow real estate right now in my life, and I've got my wife and my 3 kids at home, and my kids are all 10 and under, right? Which is the case, that is my life, right? If that is the case, and that is my goal, is to get cash flow real estate to build up and live this life of wealth, this passive lifestyle where I have cash flow coming in from my rental properties, that I have a property management company running and I don't have to deal with it, and it's a positive situation, it's a passive income, and that's one of the reasons why 90% of millionaires in this world invest in real estate. That's a statistic, it's a fact, and go look it up. And so, but what happens when I'm saving up for my first property if something happens to me? I wanna make sure that my wife and kids are taken care of. I wanna make sure that my wife doesn't have to remarry out of money. I wanna make sure my kids get to go to college, get to start a business, get to live the life that I would want them to live, that I would help them create if I'm here. Right? Hopefully I'm still here, but I want to make sure that that happens for them. So life insurance, whole life insurance, make sure that what I want to happen will happen when I want it to happen, whether or not I'm here to see it. So if I save up and if I stay alive, I get to buy that rental property. I get to start compounding the growth with my cash flow properties. And if I happen to have something tragic happen, like the other day I was on an airplane ride and I swear I thought it was going to crash. I mean, it was to the point air mask dropped from the ceilings. The pilot came over the intercom and literally was like, I'm sorry folks, this plane is not gonna make it to our destination. By the way, we're halfway through the flight, so we gotta turn back. What? Like, if we're halfway and it's not gonna make it there, how's it gonna make it back? And it got to the point, the mask dropped from this. It was insane. Like, I literally for 10 minutes, I seriously sat there contemplating my death. And for a couple minutes, I was like, you know what? I'm really sad. I'm sad I'm never gonna see my wife again, potentially. I'm sad I'm never gonna see my kids again. I'm sad that I'm not going to experience a lot of life with them. I'm sad, that they're going to miss me and the trauma that it's going to cause for them. And that was a real thing. But the bottom line is, like, then I got into the place where I was like, you know what? At least I know that they're taken care of. At least I know that if anything does happen to me, everything will be self-completing based on the plan that I have in place for my family, right? And that's the beautiful thing. And that is, when you look at whole life insurance, that's how you have to think about it. It's not an investment. It is a vehicle that helps you get to the cash flow investment of real estate. It's the number one way to amplify any real estate investment that you have. But it makes sure that as you're going through this journey to get there and to create wealth and to create cash flow through real estate, that it's self-completing for you, for your family, to make sure your objectives are reached. So that's that. Now, number 4, I already told you, it's cash flow real estate. Turnkey cash flow real estate, my guess is you don't want to be a property manager. You don't want to be a landlord. You don't want to be dealing with plugged toilets and clogged drains and all these different things. But here's the bottom line. We all want the cash flow that comes from it. So you can hire property managers. There are turnkey properties. What I also can tell you is that your area where you live is likely not the best place to own real estate, because you got to look at all sorts of parameters. I got a lot of videos on this, on the channel. You can go check them out. But that's what we talk about, cash flow hacking. It's all about, creating more cash flow in your life. And the best way to do it is save in whole life insurance and then get through, utilize that saved money and get turnkey cash flow real estate. That is just what it is, right? So if you go from that perspective, you get the cash flow, you get tax benefits, tax write-offs, real tax deductions, not just a tax deferral like a qualified plan that everybody tries to tell you is this hugely beneficial tax thing when all they're doing is really increasing your lifetime tax liability. And so those are the 4 areas that I would say. You could start a business, doesn't take any money. If you have some grind and determination and grit, you can get going. Get into affiliate marketing. It's like the business but leveled up. If you have less time available, you can do it from your computer. You can learn a skill. YouTube, how to be an affiliate marketer. I think ClickFunnels actually runs an amazing affiliate marketing bootcamp. I'll try to put the link down below for you to learn that. It's phenomenal. If you want to learn to be an affiliate marketer, that's where I would start with it. And then the third thing is whole life insurance. It's self-actualizing, it's self-completing, right? And then 4th and ultimate asset that you want to get to is cash flow real estate. So I hope this video found you well. If you found value in it, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. YouTube loves it. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, smash the bell. That way you get notified every single time we launch a new video. And I hope this video finds you well. I hope you have a blessed, inspirational day. We'll talk to you soon. Take care.